That down. Let's move on to this. Well, it's May. And so May is kind of the unofficial start of the summer movie season. And so some of the bigger films start to come out this time of year, and there's a lot of films coming out in May. So I thought we would take a few minutes to start running down, in particular, talk about the ones that are getting wide releases, because there's a whole ton of them getting limited. So we won't go over all of those. But I thought we'd take a look at the release calendar, talk about some of the ones that we are most excited about, most anticipating coming up in the month of May. So let's jump into the calendar right now. So starting May 9th, we got the new Paul Rudd film, Friendship, which, by the way, right now has a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it seems like I haven't seen the movie yet myself, but it seems like it flips the script on the stereotype, because normally your lead character meets the neighbor and then the neighbor ends up being wacky. It sounds like maybe this flips that, where the main guy is the one who ends up being the problem, and the guy he meets and makes friends is actually just kind of normal. I don't know, but look, Paul Rudd is an MVP to me. I love this guy. I like him in everything, so this looks really good. So Friendship comes out May 9th. On the completely opposite end of the scale, we've got a movie I am very excited about skipping. Shadow Force.
Oh.
And listen, it pains me to say that, because I have had a low-key crush on Kerry Washington for many years. Omar Sy is fantastic. And since when is Mark Strong anything but awesome? So all those people, it's an action film, but oh my God. I don't know if you could purposely make a worse trailer and come up with a worse title.
It looks like a direct-to-video movie from like 1992.
It really does.
And I was like, oh, it sounds like a video game. And guess what? There's a video game.
Oh,
Is there?
Yeah, Shadow Force. There you go.
Oh.
Is this movie actually? I've never heard this
No
was
way.
in any way
No, it's
connected to the video game, though.
No.
Like, they literally called
To
it.
say pretty fast and loose with that interpretation.
What was the Melissa McCarthy one called? Something Force. Remember
Oh, yeah.
that the superhero one they did? That's like one of the singularly worst motion pictures I've ever seen in my life. Guys in the live chat, help us out. What was the name of that movie? Thunder Force.
Thunder Force.
This sounds like a sequel to Thunder Force. And listen, how many times are we going to do, oh my God, Mom and Dad are super spies? How many times are we going to do, look, for all I know, the movie's great. For all I know, it's great.
Could be great. Could be the new Band of the Hand.
It just looks terrible. All right.
Michael Mann produced it.
Yep.
Paul Michael Glazer directed it.
Oh.
It's pretty great.
Okay.
Let's
But
go
I
on to
thought it
this
was gonna
one.
be bad.
This one's going to be high up on Chris Carr's watch list.
Absolutely not.
Clown in a Cornfield.
I hate this.
You know what? This is brought to us by the guy who directed Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which I love that movie.
Same, but this looks spooky for real.
It
I don't
does.
like it.
But there's a moment, if you guys haven't seen the trailer for this yet, there's a moment that I laughed way out loud when they're like, call 911. And they literally, there's a rotary phone. Like, how does this work?
That's a good bit.
And you know what the funny thing is that it's probably true. You put a rotary phone in front of a lot of people under 20 today, and they probably have no idea what to do.
Oh, no.
Under 25, probably.
I was going to say, go into an Urban Outfitters and just show somebody one. I went in there the other day and someone was like, oh my God, things sound so much better on cassette. No, they don't.
No, they really don't.
I mean,
dumb.
I mean, look, they nailed it on the marketing. There's no doubt what this movie's about.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And you
There
know
was a
what?
clown,
It
there's
looks
a
fun to me.
cornfield.
I'm not a huge horror aficionado, but this looks fun to me. So
It looks like an 80s throwback. It's kind of cool.
even a 90s throwback. a
Tucker
little
and
bit.
Dale. Well, it also kind of looks. It looks a little Terrifier-esque to me.
Sure.
A little bit.
Sure,
You know, maybe
but I
it's-
mean, listen, clowns have been a major horror motif
I know.
long before the
I know.
Terrifier.
Remember the movie Funhouse? From the
Oh
70s
yes,
or
directed by Toby
80s?
Hooper.
Or It. All right. Next up, a movie I just went to go see last night at a mystery screening. Josh Hartnett's Fight or Flight. Again, like I said a little bit earlier, it's a poor man's version of Bullet Train. Okay, it is not as good as Bullet Train. But Bullet Train is so good, you don't have to be as good as Bullet Train to still be good. And I thought this was a fun movie. It's not going to win any Pulitzer Prizes for writing or anything like that, but it is hyper violent. Like it's not just punches to the gut. There's a lot of blood and a lot of gore, and it's all done in really fun ways. I said in my Out of the Theater review that like a lot of the other assassin killers on the plane are very Tarantino-esque. Like you would almost feel like Tarantino came up with that character and came up with that character and so on and so forth. And again, I didn't know if I could buy Josh Hartnett as an action star, but damn it, he's an action star. And Katie Sackhoff is in it too.
Yeah.
We love.
And she's kind of fun in it. So
Katie Sackhoff, co-star of True Noir.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anton Cermak.
One and the same.
So I recommend it. If you're just looking for a good, dumb, fun action film with like lots of violence and lots of gore,
Yeah.
check out and legitimately funny in places.
That looks like it's taken from Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it kind of does.
you know?
But it's on a plane.
Yep.
Some people call it Bullet Plane. I saw some people online calling the movie Bullet Plane.
works.
And that's not too off. All right. We're not going to jump down to a movie that I think looks absolutely terrible. Juliet and Romeo. I love Romeo and Juliet tellings, and I'm a big fan of musicals. This looks horrendous.
I mean, unless you really love Hallmark movies.
Oh, Hallmark movies done by 50-year-old producers who think they understand the mid-20-somethings musical taste.
In this one, they live.
And listen, like I heard some people like, why change the name? Why call it Juliet and Romeo?
Because it's whoa.
No, it's actually brilliant. That's exactly what everybody thinks, right? But it was actually a brilliant move to name it Juliet and Romeo because there are so many Romeo and Juliet stuff out there. This makes it very like
Now you know which one to avoid.
Now you know the one to skip. Because this again, maybe it's great, maybe it ends up being great, but it looks awful. So
I mean, the trailer looked really bad.
It's pretty rough.
And then it would just be like these cuts in the song to another song, but like it was so abrupt.
Yeah.
and like if you look, it's unfair to compare anything to The Greatest Showman, which I'll stand on this mountain now. Greatest Showman, greatest musical movie of all time. Come at me. I don't care. It is the greatest musical movie of all time. But you look at an ad for that, right? You do the marketing. And you hear like, this is the greatest show. And you hear all this music is great. I watched this trailer 3 times for Juliet and Romeo. I couldn't hum one bar of any of the awful sounding music they had in it. So I don't know. I'm going to skip it, but I don't know. Hopefully it's good. Maybe people see it and say it's really good. And if it is,
Maybe Jeffrey Wright shows up and somebody asks him in the middle of the movie, how did this movie get made? And he'll go, I don't know. It's history.
it's a mystery. All right. We move on now. Demon Slayer's up there, but that's going to be a
Hell
limited
yeah.
release.
And Wolf
May
Children.
16th. Final Destination. I have never in my life, except when we were talking about this movie, uttered the phrase, I'm really looking forward to the next Final Destination movie. I'm not a fan of the franchise. I'm not. There's been one of them that I thought was pretty good, and that's it. Just, I don't like it. And then at CinemaCon, they showed us like a 10-minute presentation of this movie.
Dude,
I cannot wait to watch this movie.
me neither.
Like, what was your reaction to the stuff they showed?
Dude,
at
it was
CinemaCon?
all, I mean, it was, first of all, you got a bunch of jaded theater owners and they're showing all these different clips and, you know, the scene, the setup, it has to do with never, John, on my 2025 bingo card, did someone say to me, you're never going to be so excited about a scene with a vending machine and an MRI machine in the same scene. And I would have been like, how does that work? Well, kids, you're going to find out. And, you know, Perry Nemiroff, who used to work at Collider, she did a review of this, and she said, she's a big horror fan. She said this movie, she's a huge fan of this franchise.
Yeah.
And talked about how amazing it was, how it's like incredible. It was very apparent to me watching the audience. We loved it. The audience loved it. That scene, though, was, I mean, it was so good. Look, you don't go to Final Destination to find the secrets of the universe. You don't go to a Final Destination movie. You don't go to a Final Destination movie to like go through your trauma. You know,
I've been
it's
looking
not
in the
that.
wrong place.
What you want to do is you want to see people die in Rube Goldbergian clever ways. And what they showed us at CinemaCon, and they said, oh, that's just the beginning. You know, I think the way I'm feeling now about, you know, where I am in my life right now at 2025, I want to see blood across the screen. I want to see creative deaths. I want to walk out of there feeling satisfied and less angry. And I think that this movie's going to do just that.
I'll tell you what, I'm not saying it was my favorite movie at CinemaCon that was showcased, but other than the Superman stuff they showed us, the Final Destination Bloodline stuff was my favorite stuff they showed. I think other than Superman, it was my next favorite thing they showed. It was like so fun.
I just love it when a movie knows what it is and
Yes.
the filmmakers deliver on that promise. It's been a long time. This has been a dormant, moribund franchise. They're bringing this back in grand fashion. And guess what? It's going to be another win for the folks over at Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
They're going to keep their money rolling in. You go, Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi. Good job for greenlighting this one.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Hungryroot. Okay, so I'm sure you guys can all relate to this. Spring hits and suddenly life goes from like 0 to 100. Busy season is officially in full swing over here. And honestly, who's got time to go grocery shopping? That's where Hungryroot comes in. See, because Hungryroot is like having your own personal shopper. I told them my goals and they started curating groceries for me that actually fit my life. Be it smoothies, snacks, salad kits, even ready to eat meals. All clean ingredients, no artificial junk. This week, I got the grilled turkey tenderloin with pesto grilled veggies, and it was amazing. And I got my usual protein-packed snacks. It's like they're learning my taste better than I even know myself. And the best part is, I don't have to waste time driving to the grocery store and wandering the aisles. That's time I can spend doing literally absolutely anything else. Guys, I love Hungryroot. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/Campea and use the code Campea. That's hungryroot.com/Campea, code Campea to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/Campea, code Campea. Now, also opening up on that same day is another film that they highlighted big at CinemaCon. The new movie with Jenna Ortega, Barry Keoghan, and The Weeknd, Hurry Up Tomorrow. Nah, I listen, this was one of the highlights of CinemaCon because after they had the director out on stage and Jenna Ortega talking about the movie, because it's really The Weeknd's movie, and it was kind of weird that The Weeknd wasn't there. But after they did this big presentation about it and talked about it and showed some clips from it, all of a sudden the lights went out, a whole band was rolled onto stage, and The Weeknd came out and did a mini concert for us, which was awesome. And listen, I love to support my good Canadian kids. The Weeknd, for a lot of you who may not know, is a good Canadian kid. And I want to support him. But I know some of you guys who came with me to CinemaCon, you had a different opinion. I thought this looked boring and dry. I didn't like the look of it. I don't know. What did you think about what they showed us there?
Well, I actually wasn't at that presentation.
Oh, that's right. You were under the weather that day.
I was trying
it was Cody and Ann that liked.
Cody and Ann went.
They
And I
liked
thought,
what they
well,
saw,
if they
that's right.
told me The Weeknd was going to play, I would have like soldiered through. And I just slept that morning. That was the time I missed it.
Yeah, I don't think it looks all that great, but here's hoping it turns out to be wonderful. All right. We jump now to May of 2023, or May 23rd of 2025. That's a big day. It's this year's version of Barbenheimer.
Mhm.
It's Mission Impossible Final Reckoning and Lilo and Stitch. Okay, let me start with Lilo and Stitch. I fanatically love the trailers for Lilo and Stitch. I think this looks so charming and so wonderful.
Me too.
And I mean, yeah, Stitch looks great, but if you're going to do Lilo and Stitch live, you got to nail it with casting Lilo. They nailed it with this little girl. She is like 1,000 exploding suns of adorableness. And this just looks so heartwarming and so fun. And just, again, it just put a smile on my heart just watching the trailers for this. This thing is going to make an insane amount of money. Then you got Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, which I really liked. Dead Reckoning. I don't think it's the best Mission Impossible movie, but I really liked it. And the trailers for this have been fantastic. It feels like they learned their lesson and haven't overhyped any one stunt. Because again, by the time we saw Dead Reckoning, we had all seen the cliff motorcycle jump stunt 5,000 times.
Yeah.
Right? They're not doing that here. Again, Lilo and Stitch is going to make the most money out of the two. That I have no doubt. But can they both be successful? I sure hope so, because I am really looking forward to both of these. Chris, What do you think about the May 23rd weekend? And which one of the two are you more excited about seeing?
Oh man, Mission Lilo, the final stitching. I'm very excited. I'm pumped about Lilo and Stitch. Mission Impossible. You guys already know this is a franchise that I'm like, that's fine. I'll maybe watch some stuff if I'm there. I'll go see it. Mission Impossible movies are never really at the top of my list of what I have to go see.
Right.
Although this looks very, very promising. I've enjoyed the trailers. I've enjoyed that we're not watching one stunt over and over for 2 years. You know, there could be some fun stuff here. And I love Haley Atwell. So that's one of the things that I'm more excited about than the overall movie. Lilo and Stitch, though, I am absolutely so stoked for. The more that we see of that movie, like the fun little media stunts they've been doing, the interviews with this cast, that little kid, there was a great one recently of her just being like, hey, was it hard for you to memorize your lines? No, because I'm a really good reader and I read all the time. This is the book I'm reading right now. And she's just sitting there eating ice cream, doesn't give a shit about anything that's happening. It's great. That's magical. That movie's gonna be so delightful.
I cannot wait for it. Rob, what do you think about this weekend? And which one are you going to go see first?
Well, I mean, look, I especially after watching they've been showing these behind-the-scenes clips of Chris McQuarrie and Tom Cruise filming all the underwater sequences. It gave me like Abyss vibes, like they were shooting that nuclear power plant. But it looks incredible to me. And excuse
Bless
me,
you.
right on camera. Thank you very much. I've loved this franchise all the way back into the 90s. I even love Mission Impossible 2. Come at me, bro.
Oh man.
Don't even start. It's John Woo. Come on. It's got motorcycles.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
got motorcycles.
Just like Rogue Nation. But I think that
Just like
this movie
Rogue
looks
Nation.
incredible. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to go see it Thursday at the preview. I can't wait. That said, if you had told me again in 2025 that I would be as excited to see a Disney live action remake of one of their charming animated titles, I would have said no way. Seeing the footage, since we saw that, we came in here and we said that after seeing the trailer that's going to make all the money,
Yeah.
and the clips they showed at CinemaCon did not dissuade me from this opinion. It looks absolutely delightful and heartwarming. And again, I will go see Final Destination to make me feel better about my life, and Lilo and Stitch. As a matter of fact, what a double feature! It'll still
Make
be
a fun double
It'll
It'll
feature.
still be in the theaters. You can go see Final Destination and Lilo and Stitch. That should be the thing that they promote.
Daddy, what's a Prince Albert? Never mind. All right. So once you see the movie, you'll understand.
I forgot about that.
All right. Now we jump ahead another week to May 30th. And listen, talking about, I was saying that I was not interested in Final Destination. I was not really interested in Karate Kid Legends. I did like the Jackie Chan Karate Kid with Jaden Smith. I like that film. But I'm not a Cobra Kai guy. So I'm like, they're doing Karate Kid Legends just to try to piggyback on the success of Cobra Kai. Tell you what, the stuff they showed us at CinemaCon totally changed my mind. I may not be as psyched for Karate Kid Legends as I am for Final Destination, but this looked truly good. It really did. The combat and the fight choreography, I don't know that it's ever been better.
That kid's a star.
And this kid, who I cannot remember his name, but this kid, the new Karate Kid, you mark this down, he is going to be a superstar for a couple of reasons. One, he came out on stage at CinemaCon with Ralph Macchio, and he is so eloquent and so confident and so charming and just knows how to play it. His acting in the film for the stuff they showed us looked really good for a kid, but he does all of his own combat.
Yeah.
And he does all of his own stunts. And I'm watching this kid and listening to him talk on stage, and I'm thinking, they're saying his name's Ben Wang.
Yeah, he was in American Born Chinese. He was incredible.
Oh, that's right. He was in that. Just mark it down. This kid is going to be a superstar. He's going to be great. And I really like the stuff they showed us. And I am surprised to say that I'm really looking forward to seeing Karate Kid Legends. Juxtapose that against another film opening up, The Phoenician Scheme, which looks bad. I'm sorry. We've been talking about this film for a while now. His films are becoming a meme unto themselves. And the trailer for The Phoenician Scheme looks like they asked somebody to do a sketch of one of his movies in 2025. Go. And they made this because it's exactly what it is. Anyway, we got Karate Kid Legends, we got Phoenician Scheme, and by the way, we got the new Sally Hawkins horror film from A24 called Bring Her Back. The trailers for that look absolutely creepy, but I don't really know what's going on. And so it's difficult to catch my interest when I have no idea what's happening.
Well, it's from the brothers who made Talk to Me.
Oh,
And
I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
and Talk to Me was a banger.
Yeah.
And so I Bring Her Back looks. I can't wait to see it. That's the one that I would go see first.
Well, let's put these three films to you here. Karate Kid Legends, Phoenician Scheme, Bring Her Back. What do you think about the three? You obviously said you're going to go see Bring Her Back first. But what do you
Well,
think about
here's
the
the
other
thing. Elizabeth loves Wes Anderson movies. So my first film would be going to see the Phoenician Scheme. And then I can decide what I want to do. Got to keep the ladies happy.
Chris, what
Good
about
job.
you? Which of the trailers for these three have been kind of standing out to
Well,
you?
I also want to keep Elizabeth happy, so I'm gonna see the Phoenician Scheme first. Yeah, I love Wes Anderson. That's the one I would go see first. Karate Kid, and then I'm never gonna see that horror movie.
I've never, yeah, no, that's not going to be one for you. But I mean, Wes Anderson, I look at his last few offerings because, was it Asteroid City? Is that the
Yeah.
name of it?
Yeah,
Asteroid
Not so-
City and the French Dispatch.
And
I
I-
loved French Dispatch.
Really?
I liked some
I didn't like
vignettes
it
of it.
very
I
much.
didn't like the entirety of it.
I thought it was just Wes Anderson so hard.
Well, that's the thing. That's what he's become now. He's become like boiled down, concentrated Wes Anderson.
Yeah. But
Because
does
you
it.
go back to things like the Grand Budapest Hotel, or you go back to things like Life Aquatic, or you go back to things like Royal Tenenbaums, or you go back to things like I don't know. I just feel like he's becoming a meme of himself these days.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe and the trailer really didn't do it for me for the Phoenician Scheme, even though it's got Tom Hanks, Benicio del Toro, Bryan Cranston, Michael Cera. Like it's got a great loaded cast, but it looked ridiculous.
It made me want to go back and watch The Life Aquatic again because I love that movie so much.
oh
So good.
It's so good.
No, pardon me, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about that big long list of some really good looking movies, some not so great looking movies, and some movies that could be anywhere in between? What are you looking forward to the most with these movies coming out in wide release in May? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.